This is the best Ryzen-based gaming laptop I've tested so far, the Electronics RP-15, and I'll explain 3 key reasons why this is the case. The first main reason is the screen. Other models like the Asus TUF A15 or Dell G5 Special Edition just have worse screens. The RP-15 has better brightness, better color gamut, and better response time. Unfortunately, it doesn't have FreeSync, but honestly, I think this is a worthwhile compromise, as the screen's better in pretty much every other aspect. The new Ryzen-based HP Omen should be arriving any day now, so make sure you're subscribed to see if this is still the best once I test that one. Cooling is the second way that the RP-15 is one of the best. Seriously, just look at the bottom. There's actually heaps of ventilation holes at the back, so the internals can actually breathe. You might be surprised to hear, but is actually something unique with the Ryzen-based laptop. The Asus TUF A15, as you may know, cuts off those vents, and the Dell G5 has limited ventilation too. Now, with the highest Electro Boost mode enabled in games, I did find that the GPU would thermal throttle, but it was borderline and the gaming performance was still good. And when we look at CPU temperatures, the results are a fair bit better when compared to those other mentioned laptops. So again, I think that's a worthwhile trade-off. And this seems to be because the 2060 in the RP-15 goes up to 110 watts, so higher temperatures are going to be expected there. The third main reason that the RP-15 is better than the others is the CPU performance. It's got a very high power limit compared to others, and when we look at Cinebench multi-core scores, it's at least 10% faster compared to the next best Ryzen 7 4800H laptop I've tested, which is a seriously impressive result. It's competing with much more expensive Intel i9 based options. So some seriously competitive performance for the price. Inside we've got the 62 Wh battery down the bottom, 2 M.2 storage slots to the left, 2 memory slots in the middle, and Wi-Fi 6 card towards the right. The battery life is fair but not amazing. It lasted for more than 5 hours in my YouTube playback test. The build quality is reasonable. It's not like a premium feeling machine or anything like that, but it's definitely better than, say, the Asus TUF A15 in my personal opinion. And mine has the optional D-brand skin on the lid which hides fingerprints. On the left from the back there's a Kensington lock, gigabit Ethernet, USB 2.0 Type-A port, and 3.5mm mic and headphone jacks. On the right from the front there's a UHS 1 SD card slot and 2 USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type-A ports. The back has 2 mini DisplayPort and HDMI 2.0 outputs, Type-C port, no Thunderbolt or Type-C charging though, and power input. The keyboard just has one zone of RGB backlighting, but it does illuminate all keys and secondary key functions, and I found typing on the keyboard or using the precision touchpad to work perfectly fine. There's a power button up the back, along with another button that can be used to swap between the performance profiles, but you can do this through software too. I'd say the speakers are a solid okay for a gaming laptop. The 720p camera is right down the bottom. It's got IR for Windows Hello support, but you do need to tilt the screen back to get yourself in frame so it can actually see you to unlock it. Honestly, that nose cam was the only thing that was a little annoying, which I think is saying something. All things considered, I would definitely consider buying the Electronics RP-15 over, say, the Asus TUF A15 or Dell G5 Special Edition. There's just so much value on offer for the sub $1,200 price point. Thermals are better, CPU performance is better, and the screen is better. Granted, there's no FreeSync, but personally I would prefer better colors, better brightness, and better response times. If it's out of your budget, then the lower priced A15 or Dell G5 could be the way to go. Just be aware of the worse screens and higher thermals that I've shown in my other reviews. If you want to see how the RP-15 performs in 20 different games and compares against other gaming laptops, then check out my other video here where I've tested this. And if you're new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe. Don't worry, I'll wait.